Hey guys, Adam here, Carstio72. We haven't done a video in a while about my sport wagon and thought I would do a long-term review today of 4 of the different things I've done to the car, and we'll do power, suspension, brakes, and lighting. I've had most of these mods now for several years, so it's probably good to check back in and see how they're doing, and I'll give them an A through F school type rating. All right, let's start with power. So that's for me, namely the IS38 Turbo, all the supporting modifications I've done, the bolt-ons, the Unitronic software for the ECU, the TCU or the DSG, and United's Haldex tune. I'm going solid A. I mean, I don't think you can really get a whole lot better than this. It's effectively the perfect daily driver in terms of power, its characteristics and mannerisms. There's really nothing else I can really say negative about it beyond anytime you tune a car beyond stock. There are always little nuances and things, like you really need to be able to scan for codes and do some basic troubleshooting, because you will run into little hiccups here and there. The Unitronic software works really well. It has some sensitivity to winter fuel, which is not a big deal. I have ethanol, just dump a couple gallons of that in and I'm sorted. So A. Okay, next up, APR Big Brake Kit. I've had these now about 6 months. I've put them through the paces just on regular public roads as well as track. It's a solid A. These things are fantastic. I don't think I can actually say a single negative thing about them. A. Next up, we have suspension. For me, that's H&R Sport springs, Bilstein B8 shock struts, and an H&R rear sway bar. I've had basically all these components on for several years now. I'm going to go with a B here. Mainly, look, it's a little underdamped for my liking. Maybe the Conies with the damping adjusting would be better. It's a fantastic street suspension, but once you really push it hard, whether that's an HPDE at a track or just really pushing hard over bumps or anything, it's a little underdamped at speed, but it is better than the stock setup. The springs are fine, the rates are good. The only other ding I'll give it is H&R really should make a specific set for this car, which is the sport wagon with 4Motion. It's not an all-track. This kit's the same part number as the all-track, and the rear maybe could sit down. All they have to do is really cut out, reduce the length of the spring by 1 dead coil in the back, and you'd drop it 1/4 inch and it'd be perfect. So going with the B. Okay, final mod, deAutoLED replacement, high beam, low beam, and turn signal for the facelift stock lights, the halogen lights. I've had these now for a couple years. I'm going to go with a C, and the C is really a combination of 2 things. The lighting component of it, the light output, the cutoff, it's awesome. So, you know, that component of it is an A. The C you just get from any of these LED kits where it's a little janky in how you have to install them. My low beam on the passenger side actually fell out of the housing more than once until I finally took it out and repaired it with some Teflon tape to make the fitting tighter. That kind of thing's going to happen when you do these kind of retrofits. And yeah, like I said, they work really well. It's a little janky, the install stuff. And actually, I've had 4 of my turn signal bulbs go out. deAutoKey, though, is awesome. deAutoLED, rather. They'll send me bulbs every time. So, you know, again, you get an A for some of this stuff, but then I think overall these kind of retrofits are really just a stopgap before you end up getting a real set of replacement headlights like the Osrams or the ones that BMP sells. So that's it, lightning round. Power's an A, brakes are an A, suspension's a B, lights are a C. Thanks.